So I asked you guys to submit some questions, and well, here we are. This is my 150 subscriber special, and we got a Q&A. So let's do it. So the first question, already a great start. So I asked you guys to ask me about anything you want. So already this person just went to work. So Man I Don't Know asked, what do you think Yube's size is? Is he heckin' big or frickin' heckin' big? Now I gotta say, you have just the wrong metric over here. This size that Yube is, it's just ginormous. You can't, too small of a scale. Freaking heckin' big, it's pretty big, don't get me wrong, but that's just not big enough. I don't think if it's even a tenth big enough. So, you need to tell me a different question and make it an actually commendable size, because that's just way too small compared to Yube and his thickness. Kirsty asks, what is my favorite movie of all time? And my favorite movie of all time is easily Shrek 2. It's funny, it looks great, and I do think it has a really climactic ending. So yeah, not really much to say. It's just a really good and rewatchable movie. So FlipZ asks, not one, not two, not four, but 3 questions. And I'm only going to be answering one of them. The first 2, they're whatever. I mean, the third one is the very interesting one. So it's what changes, or one change that would make to each Mario and Luigi game. Now this is very simple for every single one. So for Superstar Saga, I would make it more difficult. For Partners in Time, I would want Mario and Luigi and the babies to be able to actually explore the future, or not the future, but the present. In Bowser's Inside Story, I would actually make the Mario and Luigi segments fun instead of just having fun with Bowser. With Dream Team, I would definitely just make the giant battles better. And for Paper Jam, make the bros items actually with attack pieces, or just make them given to you like with the trio attacks. The next questions are from Gray Sheep, and I'm actually going to answer all of them this time because I do think that all of them are definitely relevant in this way. So I'm going to have to read it the whole way through because it's definitely long. Well, if you answered this before, sorry, new to the channel. How would you rank the Mario RPGs? What's your favorite non-Mario RPG game or game in general? And most importantly, have you seen Juno's lyrical version of Elder Princess Shroob's theme and other Mario RPGs themes? It's really good. Yes, I have seen the songs. I'm not gonna rank the Mario RPGs yet because I'm saving that for a special video because, you know, that's a pretty important thing. But I will say that the top 3 of mine are all Mario and Luigi games. That's all I'm gonna say. And what's my favorite non-Mario RPG game in general? That would probably be The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. One Thin Boy asks, what Nintendo consoles do I have and how am I with indie games? And I'll start with the indie game stuff. I barely ever play indie games. I've actually only played one, and that's Deltarune Chapter 1. That's it. It's a decent game, it's just an easy game that you can get done with in 2 hours. So, not a bad game, obviously. What Nintendo consoles do I have, though? So I have a GameCube, I have a Wii U, I have a Switch, I have a DS, I have a 3DS, and I think that's it. I mean, I used to have a Wii, because, I mean, the Wii U didn't come out yet, so I had to have a Wii to actually play Wii games. But other than that, that's the Nintendo consoles I have. So the rest of the video is just going to be playing 5-3, because I'm really lazy. I don't want to just continue going back and forth. So, I mean, I also like the music, so there you go. So, the question from Fantalad is, what other games in the Mario RPGs do I actually play? So, I already mentioned that I play the Legend of Zelda series. I play some Mario Kart. I play my Switch sometimes. I play normal Mario games. I play Minecraft, I play Roblox. Other than that, like, I don't really do anything else. Once I started my channel, I really limited myself with the Mario RPGs, which is not a bad thing for me because I love the series. But, I mean, it definitely did limit me from playing other games more because I was just playing the Mario RPGs a ton. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. This next question is always one of my favorites that I like to hear is, what made you start a YouTube channel? So, straight up, I wanted to start a YouTube channel because Mario RPG stuff. I really like the Mario RPGs, but I really didn't think that most people actually dug deep enough into the game. And I know a lot of people just talk about, like, you know, the bosses, the story, but not many people talk about the specific stuff that I personally do, like the stats, the areas, the dream points, stuff like that. that was just from Dream Team in general. Maybe in Super Paper Mario, just talking about the pixels and newer videos that are going to be coming out soon. But yeah, I don't think most people go deep enough into it, and that's what I wanted to do. Cool Mario Bros asks, what is my favorite Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario games are my favorite? I phrased the sentence very well, but that's really hard. For Paper Mario, it's either the 1,000-Year Door or Super Paper Mario, and for Mario and Luigi games, it's either Partners in Time, Superstar Saga, or Dream Team. I don't really have a favorite between those. I'm not sure. I'll obviously have to actually pick one of those three or one of those two to actually be my favorite. But I'm not sure yet, so I guess you'll have to wait when I write the Mario RPGs. Sorry. Waffle Official asks, great username, do you plan on doing more Superstar Saga videos? And I don't really know what you're talking about, just because, I've done 0 Superstar Saga videos. So, I guess, yeah, I'll do one eventually, but I think I should probably explain how my channel works. Every 50 subscribers I get to, I will introduce another game. So when I hit 50 subscribers, I introduce 1,000-Year Door. When I hit 100 subscribers, I introduce Dream Team. When I hit 150 subscribers, I introduce Super Paper Mario. So the best way for you to actually get your game that you want is to get me to increase another 50 subscribers. Because maybe Superstar Saga will be the 200 game. You never know. Maybe it'll be the 500 game. Again, you never know. So you probably have to increase me as much as possible to actually get your game actually focused on. So that's what's going to happen. And obviously I don't stop talking about any other game once I start talking about the new one. But since there's so much to actually talk about, I'm going to be focusing on that game. So I'm not forgetting about the other ones, but it's definitely the one I'm focusing on. Man I Don't Know asks, if you ever get an ES, I'm guessing that means DS, capture card thing, will you ever do a 3DS game stream? And 100% yes. And yeah, that's nothing else to that. The only problem is that I would obviously have to get more used to actually using the capture card and actually using it to my computer. Because if you guys don't know, I use my phone for everything, for videos. I only use my phone, so me having to use a capture card and then send it to my phone, I don't know how I would do that. So it'd be interesting to see, but I'd probably have to get used to my computer first. Dang it, Renwell Pondo is just limiting me a bit with this question, but what other video games do I like other than Zelda? And I kind of already answered this question before, but it's without Zelda. So I'll just talk about the games that I used to play that I still like, but I don't. So I don't really play Mario Kart anymore. I don't play Super Smash Bros. Anymore. I don't really play that much stuff on my Switch, to be honest. I mainly stick to my 3DS and my Wii, because of the one and only Mario RPGs. I'm not kidding, that's probably the reason. So, yeah, I don't really care about the Mario Party games. I still play them sometimes, but I barely do. So, yeah, I still obviously like the games that I talked about before, but those are games that I used to play. What's your favorite non-Mario game, Prince Shroob asks. This question's already been answered again, but I won't blame him for it because I think this comment was released before the other one, but the answer is easily The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Another question from Man I Don't Know is, will you ever do a challenge episodes or not? That was, again, great phrasing of the sentence. That's what happens when I'm really tired. So, maybe, again, I would 100% need a capture card for it because I can't use other people's footage at that point because it's my experience with the challenge. You guys need to see that. So, if I can actually use a capture card, maybe. But for now, I'm just going to stick with top 10s, do I like videos, and rankings. So while you enjoy this minecart ride that you're seeing, let's answer Boney's question, which is, what is your biggest fear? Now, I'm just going to go with what my biggest fear is as a person instead of Older Princess Shroob, just because I really couldn't think of anything creative. Sorry. So, easily tights, but it's worse than people think. So even if I get like 10 feet off the ground, I will start to get scared, which is a bit wimpy, don't get me wrong, but it's true. And the next question he asked is, why? Just why? It didn't have any correlation to the last question. Just why? Yes. The next question I really like. It's from Nicholas Slindinger. Or I don't know how to say your name, dude. I'm sorry, but it's what one improvement would I make to the Origami King? And it's so easy. It's such an easy question. Get experience from battles. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted. It was so close. But no, it's not there. And maybe fix some of the bosses if I had to pick something else other than EXP. He also asked how tall Elder Princess Shroob is in real life. And I would probably go on a whim and maybe say just as tall as Peppa Pig. And that's at around 7 feet. Why is Peppa Pig labeled at 7 feet? Kirsty again asked, do I like Sonic? No. Okay, I used to like Sonic games, but I think the main reason I don't like them anymore is because it's just Sonic running at this point. It doesn't really feel like there's anything interesting actually in the game, and that's my biggest problem with it. So, yeah, it's definitely not a bad series. I respect it, but I don't think it's amazing. This is the last questions, and it's from Rasmus. Dude, you asked a decent amount of questions, so I'm gonna try to read all of them. What kind of movies do I like? Have I ever played Bug Fables? What do you think of the new Super Mario Bros. Series? And have I ever played A Koopa's Revenge? So, I like animated comedies. I don't really care about stories in movies. I have never played Bug Fables, even though I really want to. I don't really care about the new Super Mario Bros. Series. It's not a bad series. I know Wii and DS is actually pretty good. And A Koopa's Revenge. I actually started playing it because you said it in the comments, and especially because I know Flash is going away in 2020, so I had to play it. And I think A Koopa's Revenge 2 is harder to get into because the momentum's super weird, but I think once I got used to it, it was a good game. This first one is okay. It's definitely clunky. I actually crashed and I lost all my progress, which is definitely a bit annoying, but it's definitely a glitchy game, which makes it a bit more fun. But it's not a great game. I think the second one is definitely better once you get used to the controls. And that's all the questions. I know Kirsty asked after I was done working on this video if I like Roblox, and yes I do. But other than that, that is all the questions. Thank you guys for submitting the questions. Thank you for 150 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.